Hi, I'm Marcus Kupla, and you might remember me from such thinking videos as I forgot to come up with something witty and I planned this on short notice. Today's video is about something that's very, very important. It's one of the most dangerous thinking habits we can get into, and it's something that will create a prison in your mind if you're not careful. And this is victimization, or feeling victimized. Feeling victimized is comprised of three primary components, and they are these. There's a logical argument that proves that we are innocent. 2, the innocence itself, the very concept, gives away our power. And 3, what if thinking, which then perpetuates the logical argument and giving away our power. So let's start with a logical argument. In a logical argument, if the premises are true, then the conclusion is true, because it's logical. For example, the sky is blue, and flowers are blue. Therefore, the sky is made of flowers. Now that's a logical argument, and if those are both true, then the conclusion must be true. However, it is false logic, and it is false logic simply because the conclusion is incorrect. The sky is not made of flowers. However, this style of argument is often used in victim thinking. Number 2, giving away our power. This is where being innocent works against us, because when we're innocent, we feel that it is not our responsibility to do anything to fix the problem that was caused by somebody else. This is problematic because in order to get out of the situation, we might have to do something. We might have to act. For example, if you get cancer, you did not give yourself cancer. However, you are responsible for going to the hospital to get treatment. Now, if you decide that because I did not give myself cancer, therefore it's not my responsibility to go, then you give away your power and you don't go. And then you get sick and you may possibly die. The point being, we give away our power when we stick to being innocent. So we give away that power, which means we now no longer have any say and no ability to fix the issue. Number 3, what if thinking? What if thinking is dangerous because however many problems we can mentally solve or however many arguments somebody else can come up with, we always say, well, yeah, but what if? And then we come up with an example that proves our logical thinking and that proves we are right to give away our power. And where this is a problem is that we can always think of another what if, which means we're perpetually giving away our power. And we're falling prey to false logic, which then reinforces it and it becomes a terrible trilogy. Now there are a couple other issues with feeling victimized and then arguing for being the victim. One is that there is an enticement to argue because we're sticking to being right. I am in the right here. I am the innocent victim. I did not do this. And where this is a trap is often it's true. If you're there through no fault of your own, then you really don't want to give up that status because, here's the last piece, there's a status boost to being the victim. It's a status boost because if I am the innocent victim, you are not allowed to say that I am at fault. You are not allowed to say that I have any responsibility here. In fact, you are required to sympathize with me. The problem is all the things that we just mentioned, particularly giving up the power. So if we cling to this idea that I'm the innocent victim, so you must support me, then what usually happens is we have to push away that power in order to maintain the status of the innocent victim. Another issue here is this can lead to righteous indignation. If I'm the innocent victim and you're not supporting me, how dare you? You are required to support me. And if you don't, that shows that you're a bad person. That shows you're on the side of the other person. Now this is another logical type of argument, but it is also incorrect. Righteous indignation then fuels the idea that I am right and perpetuates the enticement to argue, which in turn perpetuates supporting that I am the victim here. I didn't do anything. Again, pushing away more of that power by pushing away any of that responsibility I might have had in any way, shape, or form. Now here is the problem. In order to get out of this style of thinking, In order to feel that I have power again, I must take responsibility for myself, my behavior, and my actions. Taking responsibility does not mean I am to blame for a situation in which I had no cause, although that word has that attached assumption that if I'm responsible for something, therefore I am to blame. However, that is not what responsibility actually means. That's what blame means. Responsibility is about power. So if I have the responsibility to go get cancer treatment, then I have the power to go get cancer treatment. If, however, I determine that somebody else has the responsibility because they are at fault for blame, then I'm going to be in a position where I feel powerless, nothing gets changed, and my situation doesn't get resolved. If, however, I take it upon myself to resolve the situation or to do whatever I can, then suddenly I find I have power. I can go get that cancer treatment. I can file a report. I can make an official complaint. I can speak up for myself. I become empowered by taking responsibility. Unfortunately, responsibility is often at odds with the idea of victim thinking. So if I'm thinking as though I am the victim, then I'm going to stay away from responsibility, which means I'm going to stay away from power, which means I'm going to perpetuate being stuck in this prison of powerlessness. So bringing it all together, victimized thinking comprises a logical argument, which is unfortunately actually false, giving away my power, what if thinking to perpetuate the cycle. There's an enticement to victimized thinking because I am in the right. I also get a status boost. You are required to support me. But the end result is I end up giving away my power and I feel trapped and as though nothing will ever get better. So if I want to get better, I need to break that cycle. I need to stop engaging in those multiple different components. And I need to take responsibility and say, even though I didn't cause this, it's my responsibility to get out of it. Only then will you be able to go forward. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Well, hold on. Not quite yet. There's another piece that came up after I finished filming this that I thought was important to talk about. And that piece is, what if you are the victim of something? The video that you just watched was about the danger of getting caught in victim thinking. Now, if you have been victimized in some way, I'm not saying that we don't acknowledge it. What I'm saying is that the danger is getting caught in that style of thinking. The point is all about the thinking habits and how the thinking habits continue to suck us into negativity long past the incident. Victim thinking, as I mentioned, pushes us towards not taking responsibility for what we can do about the situation. So here's the danger as well. It's about the thinking habit and how the thinking habit can lead us into negativity and sometimes inaction. So hopefully that clears things up. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you next time.